Your first storyteller is a public historian, and the reason that she started this event was because she was told that her abortion story was too dark and edgy. So please give it up for Jenn Montooth.
So I'm looking down at my grad school acceptance letter, and I'm like, oh my god, I did it. I'm finally an adult. No more burning steamed milk on my hands from being a barista while everyone else gets to do their homework because I'm working 3 or 4 jobs while I'm in college just to pay for college. I'm going to be a scholar, and then I'm going to graduate and get a real job with weekends free. And at the end of my workday, I'm going to come home and have a glass of wine. Out of an actual glass, not a plastic LeBron James cup with a hologram of him doing a slam dunk. We'll have real cups. And so, all week, I'm just sitting with this excitement and I wonder about what my future is going to look like and how awesome it's going to be. And in that excitement, I also realize that I'm exhausted and I'm nauseous, and also my breasts are kind of swollen. When was my last period? I can't remember, which is a bad sign, and this is pre-app, so how does anybody know at that point? And so I'm like, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm an adult now. I'm practically a grad student. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Safeway and just buy a pregnancy test. And when I get there, I think I'm already here. Might as well go get that negative, right? So I'm in the Safeway bathroom, and I'm looking at the pregnancy test, and the pink circle is slowly filling up. And at first, I see a horizontal line, negative. And I was like, oh, Jen, you paranoid idiot. Of course you weren't pregnant. You were just anxious. And I look back down to be sure. And now I see that there is a vertical line on top of the horizontal line, which is positive, as you know. And I was like, oh, no. How could this happen to me? This isn't supposed to happen to me. Like, can you actually get pregnant from one hookup? He wasn't even worth it. No. He was some guy I met at a party, and he wanted me to come over and watch Bad Boys 2. Naive me thought that's what he actually wanted to do. I was pretty disappointed when that turned out not to be the case. Here we are. So, apparently it's frowned upon to stay in the Safeway bathroom forever, so I have to leave, right? And the bathroom is all the way in the back of the grocery store. And so I have to walk across the whole thing. And I'm paranoid that somehow everyone knows I'm pregnant. And I'm also paranoid that people think I stole the pregnancy test in the grocery store. So I'm kind of like darting my eyes like this, because I thought everyone would be like, oh, we got a pregnant robber over here, someone get her, please. They're like hiding the kids from me. And all this newly found confidence that I gained as like a new grad student had dissipated very quickly. And my anxious response is to desperately seek reassurance from people, so I just started telling everyone I knew in the span of like an hour that I was pregnant, which, don't do that. That is a horrible idea. Why would anyone do that? But I was hoping that I would feel better from everyone's responses, kind of telling me what to do, but it just turned out making it worse and being very confusing. One of my best friends was like, what are you gonna do? You know I'm like against abortion, right? And some of my family was like, abortion, that doesn't sound like you. What about adoption? And the guy that got me pregnant called me in 5-minute intervals, and he was like, oh, hey, it's Tim again. Just wanted to make sure you're getting that abortion. Just so you know, it's the only way I'm going to support you. And he's still single, ladies, so if you're interested, please, his contact info. Why am I not still with him right now? And my boss at the time was like, oh, this is going to be great. You're going to be such a great mom. Just like work really hard and save money, which, first of all, ew. No. That sounds gross. And also, I thought about my living situation at the time. I was a barista, as you know, and I was a student. And I was living with 3 male housemates who were not exactly frat guys, but they were definitely the type of guys that would like barge in your room on a Tuesday night and be like, take a shot with us, you coward, and stop doing your homework. One of them could only fall asleep if he was sleeping on the couch in the living room with Mad Max on full volume. I could recite that whole movie and not by choice. So.
Figured it out.
And so their reaction when I told them I was pregnant was to look at each other and go, "House baby!" No, horrible idea. So all of these responses were very confusing, and it just ended up feeling much worse. And I realized that the only time I felt my best was to just sit in my car and ugly cry to Simon and Garfunkel at the end of the night.
Wow.
As soon as Kathy's song came on, I'd just be like, And as pathetic as that sounds, you know, it was the times I felt my best because my head was the clearest and I was alone with myself. And I had to realize that I got into this predicament alone, sort of, and I had to finish it out alone. And I would feel better if I just kind of came to that. And so I replaced that Simon and Garfunkel CD with the self-titled Genesis album. And the whole time that I was driving to my abortion, I was listening to that song, That's All, by Genesis, you know the one? It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. Yeah, you know it. And spoiler alert, I got the abortion. You can clap, thank you. And I went on to finish grad school. It was one of the best experiences of my life. And I found the woman of my dreams. It turns out I'm not straight, so that's pretty cool. And now I have the kind of friends and family and support that say, when I tell them I had an abortion, they're like, "Oh yeah, it sounds like you did the thing that you needed to do. It sounds like you made the right decision." So adulthood's looking pretty good. Thank you so much.